Is it just me, or am I seeing double? Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant.
And this is Snicker of Distant Gamers.
And welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Last time, we took on stages 1 through 3 of Cookie Country, and today we're going to be finishing off level 1.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, Snicker has now decided to go with the alternate colored Kirby, the yellow. And he can pick up just about the same copy abilities as I can. So it's going to make things a little bit interesting.
And easier.
But those rocks in the background will come down to hurt you. Like, you see those that are about to fall down and hit you?
That one right there.
Try not to hit those.
Alright.
Now, this is another one of those stages that you don't want to rush through the door at the end of. I will explain why when we get there. It's not for an energy sphere, but it's for something just as nifty. So you've got the rainbow in the background and everything. There's Spark over here if you want it.
Alright, I'll Spark.
I'll hang on to Cutter, because I think I've used Spark for a little bit too much. Yeah, you can do the same kind of charge up I can. And if you hit B after you've charged up even just a little bit,
there we go.
Then you can do a long-range attack similar to Beam if you just press the B button. So just press B to let it go. But do not go through this door. Oh, that was me. Okay, so we've reached the end of the stage. If we go all the way back...
Alright.
I think... Did we touch the end? I don't think we touched the end. No, we just need to go all the way back and touch the wall on the right side.
Okay.
Trust me when I say this. Because it's something you tend not to find if you don't know about it. So touch the end. I think that should trigger the rocks on the left to have fallen down. And we've got a bit of an Easter egg run. There are only 2 of these in the game, at least that I am aware of, and these are known as howl rooms. So in here, you have access to a couple of abilities that you don't have access to until towards the end of the game. We have Hammer, Fighter, Ninja, and Wing. I think I'll stick with Fighter just because I really like Fighter.
What do you think, Shaggy?
You can pick whatever you want. You've seen them all.
Oh, Ninja!
Yeah, you like Ninja.
There we go.
Now, I like Fighter, if only for one thing, the Hadouken. But it's really fun to use elsewhere. And this door should take us to the same place that the other one did.
I just want to sit here and spam this.
So yeah, you've got those little... I'm not even sure what they are. They're not exactly shurikens. They're not shaped like them.
Oh, no, they're not.
But over here's the invincibility lollipop. And this
you can share it!
This does exactly what it did in Kirby's Dream Land, and it's got the same music, too, which is what I really like about it.
You can share it, too, because I didn't pick it up.
Yeah, you can share it just like you can share any other food. But I really like how they brought back the music for it from Kirby's Dreamland as well. I mean, they have had slightly different music over the years, but that one's got to be my favorite, so I'm glad they brought it back.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
And now we're finally indoors. I believe this is where we get introduced to another kind of item we can hold on to. So Fighter, we are keeping Fighter.
I killed that guy.
Now, one other control I didn't go over with you. Yeah, this is... It's like a French horn, but it's got a rainbow... it's like a rainbow umbrella. So as long as we're holding on to this, nothing can hurt us from above.
Well, I'll go behind you.
Well, catch up. And over here's another one. I'll let you grab that one.
Sweet.
But it'll shield you from the shot zones and any enemies that are above you as well. So it's really, really helpful to have. But again, the levels where they're in are specifically designed for them. So you can use that to basically kill those guys. Or we can just kill them the old-fashioned way. Doesn't really matter to me. But down there's our energy sphere, so somebody's got to pick it up.
I was going to share the food with you, but you ran away.
Oh, I didn't realize you got the food.
Oh,
I thought I got the food.
No, you need the food.
Yeah, you only have that for so long, and then it's gone.
Alright.
So I think there's a little more food over here. And then we get another super ability. This one you have not seen before.
No, I have not seen this. But I can tell you can already use it on all the logs here.
Monster Flame. Now this is an upgrade to Fire. We summon a dragon to fly across the screen.
No way! That's amazing.
I love these things. I mean, they're a bit gimmicky, but they are incredibly fun to use. You can direct it up and down as well. A little bit. But yeah, this is one of those abilities that if you get hit by it,
that's just
you
too funny.
Recoil back in pain. At least a little bit.
I don't even know what the point of that is.
Because.
True.
Because we can, because it's fun.
You see, I was going to hit them.
Now, one thing I've never tried is to see whether or not the alternate Kirbys can use them as well. I want to say only player 1 can, but I've never seen anybody try with the alternate Kirby.
I'll try it next time.
Next time I'll let you try it. But yeah, we can direct it up and down. I'll wait for them to come down, man. I almost feel bad for doing this to them because they are just minding their own business, but... It's just too much fun to use!
No, they deserve it.
And of course, this big tree at the end has got to have another one of those warp zones for us. And unfortunately, you lost Ninja for that one as well.
Oh yeah. Well, you lost your fighter.
Well, I lost... yeah, I had to lose fighter for the sake of progression, but...
Oh, let me actually do that, hold on.
Yeah, you've got to shake up and then exhale.
With you in it.
I don't mind, it's kind of fun to do. But yeah, awesome. Anytime you enter these alternate dimensions, you're forced to give up your power, because these sections are generally based on your ability to use regular Kirby. And now we've got a huge star to follow. I love doing that.
That's really cool.
I don't know, there's just something about... Yeah, I almost crushed you, I'm sorry.
No, I forgot who I was for a second.
There's just something about these Kirby games. Even though they seem relatively simple at first, they're just so much fun to play.
I guess I'll show off Leaf.
Okay, so you can take Leaf.
Tell me to actually show it off.
You got a little bit of a tornado going there. You can also do a bit of an uppercut, and... I haven't exactly pointed this out. You have a guard, which is the A button. That's next to your control pad. With Leaf...
Here, hold on, I'll show it.
Yeah, with Leaf, it's a perfect guard. So generally, you'll want a guard if you know you're going to have to take a really powerful hit.
Let me know if you actually want me to do anything.
You can do whatever the hell you want. But this is why I love using Spark so much. Because you can just charge it up and use it as a projectile. But while you're charging it up, it's an extremely powerful shield. I don't think either of us needed this.
No. Oh, back out.
Yep.
I thought it was the end of the level for a minute.
And, well, the end of the level is right here. That was where we could have gone before. If we didn't have the downward. Okay. Yeah, if we didn't have the super ability, then we would have to go that way, because we couldn't break the tree. But that does it for all of the regular stages in World 1.
This is like a challenge.
You'll get the timing eventually.
There we go.
Just right there.
It's so reminiscent, if that's a word.
It is.
Yeah, okay. Of the original Dreamlands, just doing that.
Of course it is. I also never noticed that they have different dances for each Kirby.
They were different?
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch the replay.
Yeah, I guess
we'll do it next time.
But now we've got our first boss. And if you've ever played a Kirby game before, I think you can guess who it's going to be.
Oh, I know who it is already. I already know.
Anybody who's ever played a Kirby game before knows who it is.
Do we need the abilities?
You don't need them, but they give them to you just in case you don't have one already.
Yep. Same mechanics?
Similar.
Alright.
It's Wispy Woods.
How many lives does he have?
So you can get up close and do your thing. Since I have a projectile, I'm just going to be spamming it for no reason, other than I can. Although I could probably just stand there and use the shield, but at this point, you're going to want to run to your left because he's going to inhale you.
Ah, yep. Let's do it.
But after that, we should be able to do enough damage just based on anything else we're doing. But yeah, if you've got Spark or anything of any kind of power, Wispy Woods is just as much a joke as he ever was. And the ship part appears right where the Spear Doomer spheres would.
So what are those gears actually for then? You know, the...
Hold on, dance.
Oh, dance. Oh yeah, look at that! He did a little moonwalk and then he did a little somersault.
Just as adorable as ever. But the gears are for... like I said, I've never beaten this game without having all of the spheres, but I imagine you wouldn't be able to get the true ending without them.
Oh, so there might be an... Okay.
But the ship parts that we get for defeating bosses, we get to see the effect of having these added back onto the ship each time we get one. In this case, the oars! Because you know that you need ores in order to operate a spaceship. All that water you have to go through. And we go back to the Star Cutter. And Magalore, we finally learned his name and he congratulates us on a job well done.
Why did they tell us?
Why not? What's wrong with his
I don't
name?
know. I mean, no, why didn't they tell us before? We didn't know who we're helping. We're just helping a random alien.
You don't need to say anything. I mean, in a Kirby game, it tells you everything you need to know just based on the actions. But here he gives us a little tour of the Star Cutter. We've got mini games down below.
Okay.
If we collect enough energy spheres, we'll open those up. To the left are copy ability rooms, so if we ever want to come back here for a specific ability, we can do it there. And to the right are challenges based on your abilities, and the challenge rooms you actually need to beat if you want 100% your files, so we'll probably be showing those off.
Those are co-op.
The challenges are single.
Okay.
They are not co-op.
Okay. Yeah, we'll show them off.
And of course we've opened up the first one already, which is the sword challenge.
Alright.
So I think we'll do that and then call it an episode.
That sounds good.
Now, I've already shown this to you just when I showed off everything there was for this game to offer. I think I'll give it a shot and then give you a chance. Is that okay?
That's fine, yeah.
So, Sword Challenge. Can we beat the score before the time runs out? In each of these, there are stars for you to collect, enemies for you to beat, and hidden doors for you to go through. You want to maximize your score and your time. And at the very beginning, they give you a little bit of a tutorial on how to use the ability if you haven't used it before, or specific ways in which it would be helpful.
Now, the trick with it is you need to know exactly what each move is, like, direction of each move. You need to know what to do when. If you do the wrong move at a certain point, you're not going to maximize your score.
Pretty much. I mean, you can still get a decent
good score
without doing it, but
the time is
it is timed, so you want to be very careful in terms of how you beat these. Now, I'll go as far as to say that I've never gotten a score that I am particularly proud of on any of these.
You've gotten close to getting everything, though.
I have, and you get ranked bronze, silver, or gold based on how well you do. But there's also a hidden platinum rank that I've never bothered to try for, and I'm not getting it with that damage I just took there. But I just like going back to these on occasion because they are fun little challenges to try to, you know, see how well you do. I'm doing really terribly here.
The first run you had was fantastic.
Now that I've never never made before. If you don't know that that's coming, you're never going to get there because
I'm not gonna get that.
It locks behind you if you go down with the platform. So if you don't know to stop for it, then you're never going to be able to get those. And that's quite a decent chunk of points, but I think it just barely makes up for the points that I lost taking all of those hits. So there's another hidden room over to the right here. This is really the only challenge that I know reasonably well. The other ones I'm probably going to miss a ton of stuff in. But down here we make our way, and after these guys, I think is the end of the stage. So we'll break that one down. If you break the left one, it'll block those points forever and you'll never be able to get them.
Okay, learning right now, learning.
And over here are more enemies. Okay. And again, I've lost all the points that I thought I made up by getting those
500 points you lose from that?
You get from getting hit you lose 500 points for being hit, and you also lose your health. So
wow.
It goes without saying you want to make it to the end without dying. But those are the points that we just got from going through the stage, and of course all the little bonuses we get. So you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you'll have to use my controller for this one.
Alright, I'm switching now. Okay. This is going to be terrible. Oh, here we go. Oh, yep. Forgot the buttons already.
Yeah. Well, you're just using a different Wiimote. It's the same controls.
Yeah, I know.
Considering how much you love Meta Knight, you probably already know how to use the sword fairly well.
Fairly well. Oh, but I'm missing this.
You don't have to get all of them for the sake of time. It's up to you how you want to play it.
Oh, they drop... Okay.
Yeah, so for instance, when you drop that other platform, you couldn't get the stars that it blocked. But details. You don't have to be perfect to get a gold ranking. There is a hidden platinum ranking, though.
Killing me.
If you do extremely well, and... I gotta admit, those were impressive to watch if you haven't seen them, especially with the extra mode runs. Now, in addition to extra mode having more difficult,
I missed that.
more difficult stages, they actually have more difficult challenges,
Damn, it's a
which
work
are pretty... You've missed 2 special ones,
Damn it!
actually. It's fine. Nobody expects perfection from someone who's never played the game before. You're doing extremely well, all things considered.
Eh.
But the extra mode challenges are just that, extremely difficult. But yeah, that's one move for Sword I never showed off.
I just held down
It's like a
the B button,
hurricane
right?
spin.
I think I just held down B button. Is what I did.
Yeah, there are specific abilities you can do with these that even I've never really played around with to the extent where I know everything in the game.
I mean, you know, decent amount.
Yeah, but that's what I like about the Kirby games. I think Superstar was the first one that did this, and having never played Superstar, I'm probably missing a good number of references there, where your ability has a ton of different things it can do, to the point where even if you're playing through this game for the 4th or the 5th time, you still find new things that you didn't know before. Which is really fun to play around with.
Alright, there you go. I'll leave that guy. Maybe not.
You can do whatever you want, you have plenty of time.
Silver's fine by me. Just silver. Really?
No, you
Oh,
get
we're
the
okay. We're still going. We're still going. That's fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Alright, I'll take it.
Alright, and that does it for the sword challenge. So like I said before, you absolutely have to go through these challenges at least once if you want to get 100% on your file. So we'll be showing these off as they open up, including this one before the very end. If I forget to, somebody's going to have to remind me. But this is UniversalGiant.
And this is Snicker from Distant Gamers.
And with Cookie Country done with, we'll be moving on to level 2 next time.
So we will see you guys then.